the commandment I have for you today is real simple. It says in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 16, it says, "Honor your father and your mother, as the Lord your God commanded you, that your days may be long and that it might go well with you in the land that the Lord your God is giving you." Honor your father and mother. Respect them, listen to them, obey them. Really what God sets up here is, so something my dad said growing up is when we would like argue with him about something, he'd say, "This is not a democracy. This is a benevolent dictatorship." And he said, like, he was joking around, kind of. But there's some truth to that, because we're raised in an age where all authority is suspect to our question, and we should push back against authority, and we should authority has to answer to us. And that God says nothing of the sort here. He says, honor your father and mother. Do it. So kids, especially if your parent is showing this to you, they're right. You should listen to them. You should obey them. And parents, this doesn't stop. Like, you should still show respect and honor to your parents, even if you live across the country with them. And this is something I pray for myself, that I still show love and respect and honor to my parents. And part of that is in your interactions with your parents, but part of that is also how you live, is to not bring dishonor to your parents. And that's how you act, even in absence of them. Because, and I'll tell you the truth, because I do believe this, if your kid is a little jerk, and like I'm on a hike or something, and I see him because we went on a hike a few weeks ago. There's a playground. There's a playground at the start of the hike. If I see some kid going around pushing other kids down, I'm thinking that parent has not taught their kid right. And you might say, well, I tell my kid to do the right thing and they just never do. Well, part of that is also observation. Like, if you tell your kid not to swear and you're dropping the F-bomb all the time, you're teaching them to swear. You're not teaching them not to swear because they see you doing it. So what I'm getting at here with the point is that kids, your behavior is a reflection on your parents. So I'm not going to name them because I didn't ask permission to name them, but there is a family at the congregation, and their kids are always there with them, and from what I've seen, always willing to help out. And what that communicates to me is that at home, their parents are teaching them to be helpful, to be servants. And that's an awesome reflection on the parents. And I'm not trying to put down anyone else's family. I'm just trying to lift up this family. I see their kids serving like that. I'm like, their parents are teaching them that. So they are honoring their parents by their actions, because they're showing their parents, or they're showing everybody else, this is what my parents taught me. So when people talk to me about certain things that I learned from my dad, that I learned from my mom, it brings joy to my heart that I was able to honor my parents. Like, you're complimenting the way I was raised. I was able to honor my parents. I was fulfilling this commandment. But as this devotion draws to a close, there's something I want to bring in from the teachings in the New Testament. Is it's brought up, yeah, kids, honor your parents. Obey your parents. Parents, do not embitter your children. So this is not an excuse, parents, for you to swing your authority around to say, oh, I have all the power here. Like, you're called to be a good parent. You're supposed to show your kids love and kindness. You're supposed to emulate a Christian life to them. This is not so you can, have slaves for 18 years. Okay. So there's two sides to this. Yes, kids, to fulfill all righteousness, you should honor and respect and obey your parents. Parents, to fulfill all righteousness, you should be good Christian parents to your kids. And that's what I have for you today. Brothers and sisters, go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.